midnight. Let's keep everything legal.
Oh, I'll take that. I was born 21.
Well, whose birthday is this anyway?
What is this? Complaints from the birthday girl?
You're late, Dad. That's my only complaint.
Well, I didn't want to sit around here all night being tolerated. Hi, Maxie. How's your dad?
Intolerable.
Good for him. Hi, Ted. How are you?
Mr. Clark.
Kathy, good to see you again.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Clark. I felt a little hitchhikerish coming without a date.
You can hitchhike a ride with me anytime, Miss Cooper.
Yeah? Go play in traffic. I'll talk to you later.
Good time?
Perfect. I wish I could be 21 again next year.
I only wish your mother could have been here for this.
Well, when do I get my birthday present?
1 minute after midnight. Now, just be patient. But I want to know something. When is that big horse race now, girls?
An inter-academy invitational equestrian gymkhana is not exactly a horse race, Mr. Clark.
That club in Santa Barbara is finally going to lose the cup this year.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to our new ringer from Texas, born to the saddle. I probably won't be here.
What?
What? My daddy's very strict about my allowance, and I'm way overspent already. So if I don't skip art school and get a job, I'll just have to head back to the old homestead in Houston.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Look, if all it takes is room and board for us to beat Santa Barbara, you can just move right in here with us. Right, Allison?
Sure.
Well, there you go. Besides, I understand without you, the only way these horsewomen will get that cup back is to steal it.
Oh, really
Right.
nice.
Here's to the cup.
Listen, Wayne, I can't keep people out of here all night. Have you got it?
Yeah, I got him. See you at home.
Look at that, would you? Yeah, I'll give you that for coming in third and bull riding.
No, they sure enough don't.
It took your sweet time getting here. Where you been?
Well, the police were all over the place in about 10 minutes. We all had to stay to make sure that the Clarks hadn't invited a cat burglar to their birthday party.
Good girl. You know the 20,000 we get from the Dillingham job and 60,000 these will bring. We're ready to go. Get us packed.
Wayne, I'm not going.
What do you mean? Give me that story about your allowance, didn't you?
Yes?
Party's over. We get us that little place in Oklahoma. We settle down, raise rodeo stock.
No. I'm sick of the smell of bulls and horses and hay that you can't wash off from one day to the next.
You went for that riding club ripoff like a kid in a candy store.
Got what you wanted. Just leave me here. I'm staying. Clarks have invited me to live with them, and I like the idea.
You like the idea? No, you got something up your sleeve. I want to know what it is.
Nothing! Just leave me alone!
I said,
We're getting out of here.
I told you I'm not going with you!
no, we'll see about that.
Wayne? Wayne?
Look, it's been a long night, Lieutenant, so if you and your people are through in my bedroom.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Barnaby Jones, private investigator. California Meridian Insurance called me in.
How are you? This is my daughter, Allison, Mr. Jones.
Hello.
Allison. It's as pretty a name as I've ever heard.
Thank you.
Lieutenant, you're up bright and early.
Oh, it's more like tired and late, Barnaby. We've been on this all night. Have those pictures sent right to me. Well, the insurance company's a little anxious, aren't they?
They've been anxious ever since the Dillingham robbery 4 or 5 weeks ago. I guess they figured if they brought in an old doc, we might avert an epidemic.
Well, Doc, we've already got a complete history on this case. I compared the guest list of both parties. Many of the same young people were here, but...
Now, wait a minute. I won't have you suggesting that any of my friends are responsible.
Honey, look, he's not saying that.
But different caterers were used here last night. The musicians that played here were not at the Dillingham's place. We checked the servants.
You have an inventory of what's missing?
That's the Saxony ransom. It's an heirloom set, third generation in the family.
Well, young lady, you must have been pretty excited at the prospect of receiving a present like that on your 21st birthday. Probably told all your friends.
Well, of course, I must have mentioned it to the girls at the riding club a dozen times.
Well, her friends aren't exactly hardship cases, Mr. Jones.
We're not even going to be friends if I don't get over to practice.
And you go ahead, honey.
Goodbye, Mr. Jones.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Dad.
Well, you mind if I stay around here and maybe catch up with the chase?
Ride off in any direction you want, Barnaby. Well, you find something, Barnaby?
Yeah. Looks like a cowboy boot track.
Cowboy boot track? Well, I'll be doggone.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I see you have already lifted a plaster cast to one of the tracks over there.
Yeah, they had a country western band here last night. Wanted to compare boot prints.
Did you find a Cinderella?
Nope. But whoever it was apparently entered through those doors there. Had to know exactly when and where.
Inside job.
Someone knew that case of jewels was going to be out of the safe deposit box only overnight.
You questioned all the guests at the party?
They all had very good answers. Now, listen, if you're working by the hour, I hope I haven't cut into your time.
No, Lieutenant. In that respect, I'm a great deal like you. I need all the help I can get, too.
You're a better man than I am, Betty Jones. He's all yours.
That the file from the insurance company?
Mm-hmm. Photos, history, affidavit information. Tell me, what do you expect those footprints to tell you that they haven't already told John?
Well, the lieutenant was asking the boot prints to tell him who. I'm just asking how. But seeing from the consistently deeper impressions on the right foot, I would say that our thief might have a limp. But he would have had to have legs 9 feet long to get from here to those doors over there without leaving any footprints in between. Let's take a look upstairs. I think this is the one.
The what?
Yeah, the one with the fresh rope marks on it.
You think he climbed in here?
Well, it's possible.
What is it?
That's interesting. Looks like some kind of wax.
Bad. I don't know. Maybe I ought to break a leg or something and give you guys a chance.
Maxie, you're just reining too tight on the turns.
You look like you're afraid of old snowshoe, Maxie.
Yeah. He's probably afraid of me. Have you got a compact?
Yes.
Here.
Keep it if you want to. I have another one. I'll see y'all back at the house.
Oh, may I?
Sure. It's not my shade. I use medium dissipation.
Kathy! Hello, love. Don't dash off now.
Bert, what are you doing here?
Oh, don't let's kick that about. Where's Wayne?
We had a fight, broke up. I don't know where he is.
I drove past the place, completely cleaned out. What's going on?
I told you he's gone.
And left you behind? Oh, come on, love. What are you trying to pull?
Nothing. I've got to go.
Wait a minute. I know Wayne made a score last night. It's in all the newspapers. And don't go looking for another fence. I paid in advance, remember? I have a customer waiting, and I want you and Wayne with the stuff at my place tonight.
I don't know where he is.
Then find him. Do you understand me, lady?
Microscopically speaking, what is it?
Offhand, Betty, I would say that those boots that made those tracks were occupied by an honest-to-goodness cowboy.
You could tell all that through the microscope?
Yep. Whoever it was that climbed a rope up to that balcony didn't use a common ordinary rope. His fibers that I picked up indicate that it was a tightly laid rope coated with paraffin.
A paraffin-coated rope?
Yeah, it's used as a stiffener by ropers and wranglers.
A lariat. I didn't know there were any real rustlers in fashionable Brentwood.
Allison Clark told every kid in that riding academy she was getting these fabulous jewels for a birthday present.
Riding academy. Horses.
Horses. Wrangler. I think I'll tug on the lasso and see who's on the other end.
Betty?
Hello?
In here, Andy.
Oh. Betty, now listen. On my mother's zircon tiara. If that bracelet you bought left one trace of color on that wrist of yours, there's got to be some acid condition in your delicate system, because I wouldn't sell you.
Whoa. I did leave the message for you, but it was Barbie who wanted to see you.
Oh.
Andy, I need your expert opinion.
Oh, my. Barnaby, pictures like this should be X-rated for ex-jewel thieves like me.
You familiar with the set?
This morning's paper called them the Saxony Ransom Emeralds, right?
Right. What was your first reaction when you read they were stolen?
Nostalgia.
What was your second reaction? If you figure out who might have gotten away with him?
Could be anyone from a gutter junkie to a specialist from the Riviera.
Okay, what about the fence?
Now, there you lower your odds. Who's ever fencing it has probably got a foreign buyer with maybe a third of $1 million.
Foreign buyer. Europe, Orient, Mideast.
That's the market.
Who works that side of the street?
Only operator I know with the savvy and the passports is Bertram Fisher. Very British.
Mr. Clark, I didn't know that you'd be home so sooner. I'd have been decent.
Well, I'd say you're one of the most decent creatures I've seen in a long time.
Thank you. Mr. Clark, I don't think that Allison is totally overjoyed with this arrangement.
Oh? Where is she anyway?
Ted picked her up. For dinner, I think.
Oh.
Bourbon with just a little splash of water, right?
That's right. Kathy, what do you think of Ted Forrester?
Oh, I don't know. I don't guess I ever give young men his age much thought. Here, I hope it's right.
Perfect. Well, you know, sometimes I think I'm not prepared for the final stages of raising a daughter alone.
Your wife must have been a lovely woman.
Oh, she was. And she had a way of making a home a sanctuary. And it's like they shut down tomorrow when Elaine died.
Well, you certainly took a great risk inviting me into your sanctuary.
Well, I just hope it didn't appear too obviously calculated.
Well, for all you know, I might be a very designing woman.
Should I be on my guard?
Maybe I should be on mine.
Well, look, since Allison is obviously occupied tonight, why don't you and I have dinner together? Some quiet place where we can let down our defenses.
I'm sorry I can't tonight.
Should have known better. Man of my age can't compete with the Lotharios of Allison's crowd.
Now, you stop that, you hear? I am quite past the kitten stage of Allison. An attractive man like you is very exciting at any age. How about tomorrow night?
It's a date.
Easy, boy. Easy, come on now. Easy. Easy, hold, boy. Hold on. Hold on, boy. Hold on. Easy, come on now. Take it, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on. You need a hand? I need something. Easy, baby. Ooh, boy. Ooh, baby. Hey, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, baby. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, boy. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on.
We'll have a little in here. Here we go, baby. Come on. Here we go.
You make that look easy.
Well, I got a little ranch where I got a chance to practice. Don't you have a wrangler?
Got one, the best. Wayne Tucker. But he didn't show up for work today. Mr. Scott, the owner, he's down in San Diego.
Well, Mr.
No, Tommy Allen. Tom Mix, I ain't.
Well, Tom, I'm Barnaby Jones, private investigator. It's kind of important that I locate Wayne Tucker. I've got a few questions to ask him.
I guess Mr. Scott's got his address where he lives. Wayne's got a pad here on the place, but he don't live in it.
Wonder if I could take a look at it.
Sure, I guess. We put this fella in the barn.
Okay, here you go.
Come on, boy.
Here we go, boy.
Come on.
How long has Wayne Tucker been a wrangler here?
About 4 months.
He from the movies or something?
Rodeo. Big time, I guess. Till he busted up his leg. He still limps real bad, but he sure can handle horses.
He's his boots?
His work boots. You ought to see his dress boots. Genuine alligator.
I wonder if I could borrow these for a little while.
Oh, I don't know. Wayne would have a fit.
Well, Tom, I think I can assure you that these boots will be back here before Mr. Tucker is.
Kathy, my dear, I tried to make myself abundantly clear today. Where's Wayne?
You weren't listening. I told you he's gone.
Yes, I've been pondering on that. No Wayne. And yet your presence here would indicate that you have the...
You can stop pondering. I have him.
I see. No Wayne, and you have the jewels. That puts a different complexion on things, doesn't it?
I didn't come here for comfort.
You don't find me attractive? It must be the lights. Shall we? I had a feeling you and Tucker weren't suited for the grand tour.
You're right. And why don't we just leave it at that?
The love of money does make for strange bedfellows.
For $60,000 minus Wayne's down payment, I can sleep alone.
May I? Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
$1,000? What is this?
Look at his down payments on the future.
The agreement was $60,000.
My deal was with Wayne. Now, at a proper time, when we've worked more together, perhaps...
You're flipped out. I'm through. I want my money.
Kathy, if you're through, then leave. But I wouldn't go too far. The police might want to know what happened to Wayne.
What?
And the Clarks might be interested to know that their recent house guest came directly from the campfire of the missing cowboy. I do my homework, lady.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh, but I would. And you know it.
What do you want from me?
You're in the swim of the upper crust now. You can spot the rich matrons with their glittering goodies and...
I can't do that.
Experience proves different. Now, I know a dozen second storymen more skillful than Wayne. And you and I would make a smashing pair, Kathy. Who knows what exotic villa we may call home this time next year? What do you say?
I think I'd like a drink.
That's my girl. Spirits for the spirit. You know, you'll find that I'm a very understanding and generous partner, Kathy. And I must confess that I am somewhat taken with you.
I don't want anybody in there till I say so.
Barnaby? Buying, or you just looking?
Oh, just kicking a few tires. I don't like the way they treat their customers.
Oh, that was the manager. One Bertram Fisher, possible robbery victim. Back at Mr. Fisher's office, I found this item the gunman overlooked.
Gee, that's a dandy.
This little dandy just happens to be one of the articles taken by our cat burglar in the Dillingham job 5 weeks ago.
Very interesting.
Now, you can tell California Meridian Insurance their client can claim his property recovered by the police department as a public service.
He'll be tickled pink.
Yeah. Well, I just hope the customer who bought the Clark emeralds doesn't end up the same way.
I don't like to complicate your life, Lieutenant.
It wouldn't be the first time.
But if it makes you feel any better, I just paid good money to track down Fisher. My source tells me that he wasn't a customer, he was a middleman.
A fence?
Yes, and unfortunately, without the middleman, you have lost contact with both ends. Now, you bagged some of the loot, Lieutenant, but I have a feeling we just lost a quick chance to solve 2 robberies using just 1 pair of handcuffs.
Hi.
Oh, hello. You must be the Clark's house guest.
Kathy Cooper. And you must be the private detective, Barnaby Jones? Did you find just 1 boot, or did you lose the other one?
Well, let's just say I'm an old tracker, and when I get on a track of something, I have to keep following it till I find out where it goes.
I'm going to have another cup of coffee. Would you like some?
No, thank you, but I'll go with you.
Good.
I think I detect a slight trace of the wide open spaces in your accent.
Well, it doesn't take a detective to tell I'm from Texas.
I knew some Coopers in El Paso.
Houston. My father's Elroy Cooper?
Old friends of the Clarks.
No. I met Allison about 4 months ago at the riding club.
Oh, then you must know the wrangler, Wayne Tucker.
Yes. Good horseman. But I think that his real talent... Well, some of these delicate northern girls, I find him ruggedly infatuating.
You mean like Allison Clark?
Excuse me. Clark residence?
Yes, is Barnaby Jones there, please? This is his office.
Yes, he is. Hold on, please. It's your office.
Thank you. Betty?
Barnaby, I finally tracked down the owner of the Riding Academy in San Diego. He gave me Wayne Tucker's address.
Oh, just a minute. Yeah, what's the address?
It's 3133 Topanga Canyon Road.
3133 Topanga Canyon Road. I'll pick you up in 20 minutes. Well, Miss Cooper, thank you very much. I enjoyed meeting you and talking to you, and hope to see you again.
Goodbye, Mr. Jones.
Bye. I would say from the tracks out there that our same cowboy has been tramping around these parts.
Looks like Wayne Tucker's already gone that way.
I have a feeling he didn't go that way alone.
Barnaby, come here, look.
Well, whoever it was that he left with was a lady. I have a feeling that she has got a shiny nose by now.
Speaking of noses, do you smell that?
Perfume. Recent.
Hey, what are you two doing here?
Well, howdy. We're just looking for Wayne Tucker.
Oh, so am I. Son of a gun moved out bag and baggage, owing me a month's rent. Next time I rent this place, the people are going to have a grand piano.
Pretty hard to put that in the trunk of your car in the middle of the night, right?
Right you are.
Did Mr. Tucker live here alone?
Well, he may have lived here alone, but he wasn't lonely. There was this brown-haired gal that kept hanging around most times when I drove by.
Did you ever meet her or hear her name?
Nope. But I'm going to be nosier next time. You know, I'm tired of providing the hall and buying the wine.
Well, it's crossed my mind. Girls have fantasies too, but...
It's not a fantasy. It's the way I feel about you, Kathy.
Before you say anything more, I think there's something you should know about me.
No, I don't want any confessions. Just an honest reaction. Do you think I'm dreaming?
If you are, that makes two of us. What about Allison?
I should just have to grow up a little about a lot of things.
Well, I hope she outgrows the cowboy stage soon.
What do you mean?
Oh, I thought you knew about Allison's little crush on the wrangler at the riding club, Wayne Tucker.
No, I didn't know about that.
It'll pass. It's so good to have all those small passions behind.
Why, that little...
Hey, forget it. Your dad's a big boy.
Good. Well, shall we, order now and spoil everything?
Let's wait, shall we?
Mr. Clark? Excuse me. Miss Cooper, you have a telephone call in the lobby.
I'll be back in a minute, George.
All right.
You can stop where you are. There isn't any phone call.
Allison, what a surprise.
Stop it. Maxine Lister told me that registration for art school was over 2 weeks ago. And as for last term, they never heard of you.
I can explain that.
Don't bother. Who are you anyway?
Honey, I know just how you must feel.
Don't you use that motherly tone on me. I know what you're up to. Well, let me tell you something. My father is not fair game. You leave him alone, you understand, or I'll find some way to stop you. I'll find some way.
Good news?
Afraid not. Glad I caught you, Mr. Clark. I wanted you to be here when I talked to your daughter.
Oh, Allison just went riding. What is it?
What about Kathy Cooper? Is she here?
No, she left right after Allison. Why don't you just be direct and tell me what it is?
I think your jewels were stolen by Wayne Tucker, the wrangler out at your daughter's riding club. He's disappeared.
Do you know him?
No. I've heard of him.
He apparently works with an accomplice, an attractive brown-haired girl. He's been seen with her on a number of occasions.
Well, now, wait a minute, Mr. Jones.
Well, you told me to be direct. There were only 4 brunettes at your daughter's party. One of them is engaged, one of them doesn't know where the riding club is, and 2 of them are living here.
Oh, this is ridiculous. What is it you want, anyway?
You ever seen this?
Can't be sure.
Well, I have my cosmetics expert with me. Could we start on Allison's room?
Seem a little uptight this morning, Miss Clark.
Gotta get some fresh air, clear my head.
Hey, take it easy. You'll break your neck.
I've never gone through Allison's things before.
Barnaby?
What is it?
Like 2 peas in a pod. Same shade?
I'm afraid so.
What's this? There is our man. Wayne Tucker, you know him?
No. Allison wouldn't.
Do you think Allison was close with Wayne Tucker?
I don't know. I understand she was infatuated with him.
It's very strange. Smell it.
Well, I've smelled perfume stationery before, but never a perfume picture, and especially from a cowboy.
Are you saying that Allison and this cowboy are stealing from me?
That's not it.
Mr. Clark, would it be possible to have a look at the room of your house guest, the young lady who calls herself Kathy Cooper?
How long ago did Allison leave?
She just left, but she's long gone. The way she took out of here, she wound up killing herself up there.
Maybe I can slow her down.
What do you mean she calls herself Kathy Cooper?
Well, her name may be Kathy Cooper, but she is not the daughter of wealthy Elroy Cooper of Houston. Did you know that?
You sure?
We checked. Elroy Cooper does have a daughter named Kathy, but she's a microbiologist in a laboratory in New York.
Betty, you're the expert.
That's it.
Look, I don't understand any of this.
Mr. Clark, those emeralds have been the cause of the death of 1, possibly 2 people. If someone is trying to implicate your daughter, they cannot afford to allow her to remain alive to deny it. Betty, you and I have got to get out to that riding club now.
I told you I never wanted to see you again.
Please, Allison, listen. You're absolutely right. I lied. I'm sorry.
Well, so am I. Sorry that I ever thought you were my friend.
At least let me explain. Then you can think whatever you want.
I'm listening.
I'm not who I said I was. I don't have any rich father in Houston. Just dreams. All dreams.
Why?
You wouldn't know. You've had it all your life. I wanted everything too, and I used people to get it. I'm sorry, I really am. I'll leave, but I didn't want to go having you think so badly of me. Please.
All right. Look, I didn't want to hurt you or anybody. It's just my father, you know?
You don't hate me?
No, I don't hate you.
Since this is my last ride here, why don't we go on to Lookout Point?
Miss Clark's out riding, but I'm sure Miss Cooper's caught up with her by now.
Which way did they go?
Up on the North Trail.
Tom, I need a horse, and I need it fast.
We can take mine there.
Thank you. Betty, call Lieutenant Biddle. Tell him that we may have something interesting for him.
Right away.
want to go to art school. Maybe you should.
Maybe I will.
Good.
No use, young lady. Man down there with a siren. He's got a lot of questions he'd like to ask you. Well, anyway, she didn't lie about her name.
Oh, it's Kathy Cooper, all right, but from Lubbock, Texas.
I really feel kind of sorry for her, wanting things so much.
She didn't start out as a calculating killer.
No. When she wouldn't leave with Wayne Tucker and the jewels, apparently, he became violent and she killed him in self-defense.
And then she had that fence on her hands, Bertram Fisher.
And it seems he had eyes for more than just the emeralds.
But she didn't kill him for the emeralds or the money. What she wanted was all of this.
Yeah, I guess I'm to blame for that. Inviting her here. Believing things that I wanted to hear.
Don't blame yourself. She probably told you the truth just for the wrong reasons, that's all.
No, I want to spoil this day with a lot of blame. Heavens, I think we should spread a little credit around. And I think I deserve quite a bit of it. Let's see, if it hadn't been for my fantastic sense of smell and my superb knowledge of cosmetics and perfumes, I mean, where would we be? Right?
Betty, you're absolutely correct.
Ha-ha.
Here, sign the register. Betty Jones, girl bloodhound.
Thank you.
She didn't leave. Where is she?
She's still over there in the park.
Yeah.
Kelly, wait. Now, come on, honey, slow down. But come on, what were you going to do? Just walk up to her and say, hi, Mom. I'm the baby you gave up for adoption 20 years ago.
It's just that I've been so nervous about meeting her, Guess I just wanted to get it over with before I lost my nerve.
Sure, I understand that. But I haven't talked to the lady yet. I'm not even positive she's the right one. And even if she is, I still think it's best if I go over and speak to her alone first.
To make sure she wants to see me.
Now, Kelly, my way, please.
Okay.
I'll try not to be too long.
Somebody go call an ambulance, please.
Well, I'll do my best to pick up where Marvin Cage left off, but I sure wish he were here to finish up.
After it happened, I gave some thought to forgetting the whole thing. But then his wife, his widow, phoned and gave me your name.
Just what was it that Marv was looking into for you, Miss Anderson?
He was trying to find someone for me. My mother.
Your mother? I remember reading somewhere that your mother and father were killed in an air crash.
They weren't my real parents. I'm adopted.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Neither did I, until their lawyer gave me a letter that they had left with their will.
It must have been a shock.
Anyway, they said in the letter that they didn't know who my real father was, but they had this with my mother's name on it.
Mother's name, Mary Renee Wilson. This is a photocopy. Do you have the original?
No. I'd like to believe that my real mother kept the original herself. You know, to remember the baby that she had to give up.
That's logical. I can believe that's the way it happened.
According to this, my mother was young, only 17 when I was born. It's strange. I wasn't surprised to find out that I'd been adopted. I think I suspected it from when I was a little girl. Not that my adopted mother and father didn't do everything to make me feel like their own child. They did. Will you let me know how it's going, Mr. Jones?
The instant I get any information, I will give you a call. But I can't help wondering, 20 years, are you sure you want to stir around in the past after all this time?
No, I'm not sure I want to. But I feel as though I have to.
Took me all night to get rid of the car and get your ride back into town. Any more beer in the house?
No, it's the last one. There was an item in the morning paper about that detective. Did you have to kill him?
He was about to deliver the girl right into your sister's lap.
He got that close?
I told you you gave him too much when you talked with him.
That was before we had this idea. Man comes to the door. He's trying to locate my sister Mary. I didn't know what it was all about then.
Well, it never would have worked with that detective walking around anyway. No, nobody will ever know he came here first. And as far as the girl is concerned, she still doesn't know what her mother looks like. Did you call Mary yet? Come on, Anita. Mary's your part of the deal.
Oh, I told you we haven't spoken to each other for 8 years.
Well, I don't care if it's been 80. I found out that little girl just inherited a few $1 million, and she's looking for a mother.
All right, all right. I'll call her just as soon as I finish the wash.
No, I've got a better idea. I'll go get cleaned up, and then you and I'll go see her, face to face.
Here's the stuff Marv Cates had on him when he was hit. One wallet, one pocket notebook, assorted keys, small change.
You check on that other matter?
Oh, yeah, there's no police record on a Mary Renee Wilson. Computer came up empty. Did I miss something in Marv's casebook?
That seems to be just a bunch of figures. Mean anything to you?
No, just mileage and expenses, about all I could figure.
Well, maybe Emily Cates can make some sense out of it. Could I have copies of the last few pages?
Sure, if you want.
You check on the hit and run?
Yeah, just that it was a 72, 73 black four-door sedan. Nobody got a make or a license. You can pick up copies of this at the duty desk in about 10 minutes.
I'll pick it all up then.
Okay.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Yeah. Well?
I know I'm gonna blow it. She'll tell me to get lost. I'll tell her to go to hell.
Okay. Okay. I was a pretty fair used car salesman. Let's see if I can sell a used sister.
Yes?
Mary? Mary Wilson?
Yes. Who are you?
Grant's the name. Grant Brockman. I'm a friend of Anita's. Your sister, Anita?
I know who you mean. What about Anita?
Look, Miss Wilson, Mary, I know you and Anita have had your differences over the years.
That's putting it mildly.
But what you may not know is how much Anita blames herself for the trouble between you. And she wants more than anything else to make up with you. Fact is, she's right there, in the car.
Anita's come here to make up?
She was afraid to come to the door with me. She lost her nerve at the last minute.
Mr. Brockman, how come you're so interested in Anita and me making up?
Well, that's easy. I want to marry the girl. But she's got this cloud hanging over her because of her problems with you. Mary, she made it that far. And it took a lot of effort for her to do it, too. Now, how about you? Can't you find enough forgiveness to meet her halfway?
You're looking good, Mary.
You too, Anita.
You know, I can't think of a darn thing to say.
Look, it's silly standing outside. Would you and Mr. Brockman like to come in for a while?
Sure. I mean, why not?
Honestly,
Some of this stuff's been in Marv's desk since before I met him. You think he'd throw something away once in a while. You know, I don't know what to do about the Anderson case. Marv had been working on that for almost 10 days, and...
Oh, I've already taken care of that. I called Kelly Anderson and told her to send the entire investigation fee to you. No argument. That's the way we do in this business. One man takes over another man's job, we have a gentleman's agreement. Marv must have done it a dozen times.
I don't believe that one bit, Barnaby.
Scott's honor.
All right. I won't pretend I can't use the money. Thank you.
Now, when I picked up Marv's personal effects from police headquarters, I took the liberty of having several pages of his casebook copied. Now, it didn't make too much sense to me, but you take a look at it. Anything in there that applies to the Anderson case?
No, just expense items. Hours, mileage on his car. I'm sorry.
What about these letters? E.D. Could be initial or it could mean Ed.
There was an Ed. Flynn, Ed Flynn. Marv said he was a forest ranger, said he'd been very helpful.
Did he ever happen to mention where Ed Flynn worked?
I can't recall. Hold it, Barnaby. I stopped by the phone company today. Closed out the car phone account.
Local call. Local. Except this one. Clary. Clary, isn't that up near Angeles National Forest? I guess it wouldn't take long for the Forestry Service to tell us whether they have a ranger named Ed Flynn stationed up there.
Grant's gonna take a little nap before supper, I think. He didn't get much rest last night.
He's very good looking. How long have you been seeing him?
Seeing him? We've been living together for almost a year, if that's what you mean.
Times certainly change, don't they?
Not up here, they don't. I keep expecting to hear Mama's voice yelling for her medicine from her bedroom. Mary, I know you must still hate me for leaving you alone with all that. I just couldn't take it.
It's not so bad anymore, with Mama gone. I've really come to love this old place.
Living here all alone all these years. You're still hiding, aren't you? From Bobby.
Maybe. Heaven knows why I should, though. He's still locked up in prison.
Not anymore, he isn't.
What?
Yeah, I just talked to someone from the old neighborhood. Ruth Collins. And she told me that Bobby was being paroled. She specifically told me because she was worried about you. I mean, because of the way Bobby threatened you if you ever got out.
But that was such a long time ago. He and I were just kids. He couldn't still hate me that much after all these years.
Maybe not, but I'm worried. Especially after what happened just a few days ago.
Why? What happened?
Well, this man came to see me. He was a private detective named Marvin Cates, and he said he was trying to locate you. Coming when it did, right after hearing that Bobby was out. You can bet I didn't tell him anything. But it was pretty obvious he was working for Bobby.
Oh, Anita. Do you really think... Yesterday there was a man here, too.
Did you talk to him?
No, I just gotten out of the shower, so I didn't go to the door, but I looked through the curtains, and he hung around outside for quite a long time before he drove away.
Well, the man I talked to, Cates, was about 50, with gray hair and a mustache.
That's him, I'm sure of it. And the more I think of it, you know, driving into Los Angeles later, I had a feeling like I was being followed. And all morning while I was shopping, going to the park.
Hey, come on. It's all right. We're here now, Grant and me.
He swore he'd kill me. He yelled it right out in the courtroom.
Yeah, I know. This is starting to sound a little grim. What are you going to do? I mean, if he's crazy enough to come after you.
I can't stay here. I've got to get away.
Yeah, but where will you go?
And Carla, she's always after me to come up to San Francisco and stay with her.
San Francisco, that's perfect. She still lives alone, doesn't she?
But the house, it'll take me time to close it up.
Oh, Grant and I'll be glad to stay and look after things.
Would you do that for me?
What's a sister for?
Morning.
Morning. I'm looking for a ranger, name of Ed Flynn.
You don't look like a man who would louse up a guy's day off.
No, sir, not me. Especially if it looks like the guy's going fishing. Some things are sacred.
I'm Flynn.
Jones, Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a lady named Mary Wilson. She's supposed to live up here somewhere.
Mary? Hey, what's going on? You're the second private detective this week asking about Mary Wilson. She isn't in any trouble.
No, nothing like that. I'm just working on the other detective's case. You see, he was killed in an accident a few days ago.
Killed? Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
But you do know Mary Wilson?
Close to 20 years, since she and her mother and sister moved into that place up the canyon.
She's not married?
No. When her kid sister moved away, 8, 9 years ago, Mary got stuck with taking care of her mother. Nursed her right up till the day she died.
Was her mother some kind of an invalid?
Yeah, exactly what she was. Some kind of miserable, poisonous invalid. Ever since her mother died, Mary's been living in that place all by herself. You know, it isn't right for a woman to be by her lonesome so much. No, not that I haven't hinted around more than once that I wouldn't mind changing that situation for her, you know.
Well, thank you for your help. I think I'll take a drive up there.
Well, it's 10.2 miles on your odometer. Brown bungalow on the left side of the road. You can't miss it.
Much obliged.
Tell Mary I'll be along in a little while to fix that refrigerator.
Yes?
Good morning. My name is Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator.
Yes, Mr. Jones?
I was engaged to try to locate a sort of a missing person, Mary Renee Wilson.
Missing? But she's right here. Would you like to come in, Mr. Jones? I'm Mary Wilson.
Oh, thank you. Very nice to meet you, Miss Wilson.
Mr. Jones, I must admit I'm dying to know why I'm a missing person.
Well, before we get into that, I think it's important that I find out if you are the Mary Wilson that I'm looking for. Do you mind showing me some identification? I realize it's very strange for me to come charging up to your door and asking you to prove that you are you.
No, it's really all right. I don't mind proving who I am. How about a credit card? Some old letters, lots of bills. Will they do?
Do you have a driver's license, anything like that?
Well, I don't have a car, Mr. Jones, so I don't have a license. I think you better tell me what this is all about.
Miss Wilson, I understand you were never married.
That's correct.
I hate to pry into your private life, but did you ever have a child?
I really don't think that's any of your business, Mr. Jones. Now, if you'll just leave.
My client is a young lady who is looking for her true mother. I have reason to believe that that's you.
Mr. Jones, are you trying to tell me that my baby is looking for me?
She's still called by the same name that her mother gave her when she was born?
Kelly?
Kelly's 22 now. She just found out that she was adopted. She'd like to meet her real mother.
I'm afraid you'll have to forgive me. I'm really a little stunned by all this.
Well, if you don't want to see your daughter, I'm sure she'll respect your feelings.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm not saying I don't want to see her. I think I do. I think I'd like very much to meet my little girl.
Well, there are certain special considerations that you'll understand after you meet her.
Well, I don't follow you, Mr. Jones.
Well, what I'm trying to say is, Kelly has a copy of her birth certificate. Now, if you had the original, that would be positive, definite proof.
Well, if I still have it, I mean, it's been years. I don't know if I can find it.
Well, if you can't find it, I suppose there are other ways of verifying that you're Kelly's mother. But if you could come up with that certificate.
Well, I'll start looking for it right away.
If you have any luck, give me a call. And I'll try to arrange a meeting with Kelly. Thank you.
Grant, he wants a birth certificate. We need that to make the whole thing gel.
He's really being cautious, isn't he?
Well, for a few $1 million, what do you expect?
All right. If Mary kept it, we'll find it. And if we can't, we'll figure out another way. You start looking in here, and I'll take the bedrooms.
Find Mary all right?
Yeah, but, you know, we got to talking. I forgot to give her your message.
That's all right. I'll surprise her.
Grant!
Jones again.
Grant.
Oh, Mary, I'm sorry. For a moment there, I thought you were Mary. Where is she?
Well, she's out of town.
Out of town?
Mm-hmm.
Jones just came from here. He said he had just talked to her.
Well, he was wrong.
Hey, what's going on here? Mary?
Mary's not having any more company today. She said to tell you that she'll call you in a few days.
I want to hear that from Mary.
What are you going to do?
What do you think?
Grant.
We're not letting it get away from us.
Kelly, don't let your imagination run away with you.
Guess I'm just scared.
Of what?
A mother who gave me up because she just plain didn't want me, and who could care less about seeing me now?
You don't really believe that, do you?
Well, glad you didn't start the celebration before I got here.
Please, Barnaby, don't joke around with me.
Second thoughts?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Not really. It's not really second thoughts. I mean, I started this, and I'll see it through. I may wish that I'd never been born at all. Barnaby, did you talk to my mother?
I talked to a lady that I am reasonably certain was your mother, yes.
Well, does she have any interest at all in my dropping into her life after 20-odd years?
I'd say she had a lot of interest. Might even say she was enthusiastic.
She really wants to see me. It's amazing.
was up there. I remembered all of a sudden Mary used to leave things up there sometimes.
Well, I wish you'd remembered before we tore this place apart. Okay, you can call Jones in the morning, tell him you found it. We can wrap it up in a day or two, way before your sister ever gets back.
Kelly Wilson. Kelly was our grandmother's name, you know. Mom had a fit when she gave it to a baby she was giving away. Wonder what she's like. Pretty, a bit.
She's rich. That's what she's like. Very, very rich.
You know, I used to wonder what it would be like having a baby.
Smart's a lot, I hear.
I don't mean that. I mean being a mother. Grant? He's here.
Betty, what am I going to say to her?
Don't worry. It's going to be all right.
Yeah, this is the original certificate, all right. Sorry I made you dig this up, but there's a lot at stake, you understand.
Yes, I do.
Morning.
Oh, Mr. Jones, this is Grant Brockman.
Mr. Brockman?
Yes. I'm Mary's fiancé. Stopped by this morning. She told me what's been going on.
I saw two women in the car. Is one of them Kelly?
Yes, Kelly insisted on coming out.
Grant, she's here.
Yes. Well, aren't you going to ask her in?
Oh, Betty.
Come on.
Hello, Mother. You know, it's funny. I thought it would be so natural.
Well, I think we both need time to catch our breath.
Look, if I made a mistake coming here, starting all this.
Oh, no. I've been thinking all these years about you.
Have you?
Would you like some tea? Would you all like me to fix you something?
No. You two should spend some time alone. Must be a lot to talk over.
Yes, I guess we should.
We'll wait for you out here, Kelly. Oh, don't trouble yourself, Mr. Jones. I'll drive her back whenever she's ready to go. I'm your mama's fiancé, honey. I hope to be your stepdad real soon. We don't mind waiting.
Oh, no, you've done so much already.
Call us later. Isn't that something? After all those years.
Yeah.
Well, nice to meet you, Mr. Brockman.
Same here, Mr. Jones.
Well, you don't seem too sentimental about the happy ending.
No, I guess I'm not.
Are you worried about something?
Grant Brockman. He said he was engaged to Mary Wilson. Where did he come from?
I don't know what you mean.
According to the ranger, Ed Flynn, Mary's a loner. Doesn't have any friends? Nobody. Where did Brockman pop up from all of a sudden?
Hi, can I help you?
Hi. I just came out to see the ranger, Ed Flynn.
Forest Service business?
Well, no, I just wanted to ask him a few more questions.
Are you a friend of Ed's?
As a matter of fact, I just met him yesterday.
Well, I'm sorry to have to tell you, but his pickup went off the road last night, up on Skyline Ridge.
Your father was a boy from the neighborhood, a couple of years older than me. I was 16. And I really thought I loved him.
What was his name?
Bobby Carter. Everyone said he was kind of wild, but I guess I didn't listen. And then one day he picked me up after school in his car, and he drove me to this little liquor store. I waited outside in the car, and then I heard shots. And then Bobby had all this money. The police caught us that night, but because I was so young and he'd forced me to go, they didn't prosecute me, but I testified. I helped send him to prison. It wasn't until after the trial that I found out I was going to have you. My mother wouldn't let me keep you. She made us move to that house so as no one would know.
Where's my father now?
Last I heard, he was badly hurt in a fight in the prison. And he had permanent brain damage. And he'll be in an institution the rest of his life. I'm sorry, I know it's an ugly, ugly story. Maybe I shouldn't have told you.
No, I wanted to know. What a nightmare for you. I think I can understand now why you gave me up for adoption.
Well, I didn't want to. I really didn't. And then after Mother died, I guess I just got used to being alone.
Well, you're not going to be alone any longer. You're going to come and live with me. If you and Mr. Brockman have no other plans.
Oh, but Kelly...
Mama, I'd like to try and make up for the life you've had. We'll be friends. I know we will.
Barnaby, you are going to worry a hole in Lieutenant Biddle's carpet. I mean, what more proof do you need? I mean, there isn't any doubt that the lady is Miss Wilson, is there?
What about what the ranger said? All those years she spent up there alone.
Perhaps he didn't know. I mean, she obviously had gotten lucky and found a fella.
2 fellas, unless I read the ranger wrong. After all those years of living alone, all of a sudden she got herself 2 fellas.
Well, if you two are here to take me to some nice, quiet place for supper, you can forget it. I already ate.
Lieutenant, we need help.
The line form's right behind me.
Name Grant Brockman. That mean anything to you?
Nope. Should it?
I was hoping it would.
John, we can see how busy you are. If you could just make an R&I check on Mr. Brockman, we'd appreciate it.
Who's busy? 2 unsolved murders, 7 aggravated assaults, 11 other assorted felonies. You think I'm busy?
That's Brockman with a K.
I'll have it for you in a half hour.
We agreed. Besides, Mary will never know, even if she does come back here.
I've thought it through. I'm not leaving her dangling over our head. As soon as I can arrange a good cover story, I'm taking a plane to San Francisco.
Grant, she's my sister.
Think about one thing. Kelly can't have 2 mothers. It's either got to be you or Mary. Understand?
Mary. I found out, Anita. I telephoned San Quentin. I wanted to complain to the parole authorities about Bobby, and the warden told me what happened. That I don't ever have to be afraid of Bobby again. But you knew that all along, didn't you?
I was sure you'd never find out.
Why? You wanted me to run off. You planned it that way. Why?
Got any new ideas, Anita? Or do you want to just leave it all to me? It's Jones. You go talk to him. Get rid of him.
What's going on, Anita? What are you mixed up in?
You go take care of Jones. I'll stay here with Mary.
Anita, please.
Go on.
Oh, hello, Miss Wilson. Is Mr. Brockman around?
He had to go into town. I dropped him at the bus.
I thought you said you didn't drive.
No, I said I didn't have a license. I do drive sometimes.
Is this Mr. Brockman's car?
Yes?
According to the DMV, it's a 1972 black four-door sedan registered in his name.
Well, what about it?
Well, there's a car or something like that was involved in a hit and run early part of the week. A man named Marvin Cates was killed.
I never heard of Mr. Cates. Sorry, but I've got to go back.
Marv Cates was working for Kelly at the time he was run down. It almost seems as if someone was trying to prevent him from finding Kelly's mother.
From finding me?
Where is the black car?
It was stolen nearly 2 weeks ago.
Funny it wasn't reported.
Well, you'll have to talk to Grant about that. I'm sorry, I have some things in the oven.
Anita, please, I'm your sister, your own flesh and blood.
No, I can't let you do it.
Shut up or I'll put you in a hole with her.
Rockman, let her go! Mary Wilson, isn't it?
Yes.
Mary, would you call a sheriff and an ambulance, please?
This is where she lives?
Don't let it scare you. Right now, Kelly is a very confused and disappointed young lady.
Maybe we shouldn't rush her.
She needs her mother.
Her real mother.
There she is, Mary. Go on.
So I'm a pushover for a happy ending. At least this time it was a happy ending.
We had to keep doing it till we finally got it right.
The late afternoon sun cast a warm, golden glow across the lush green lawns of the city park, painting long shadows beneath the ancient oak trees. The air was crisp and carried the faint, sweet scent of blooming jasmine. Hidden behind the thick trunk of a large elm tree, a young woman named Kelly peered anxiously toward a wooden bench in the distance. Her heart fluttered like a captive bird against her ribs. Beside her stood her closest friend, offering a comforting presence. She did not leave, Kelly whispered, her voice trembling with a mixture of hope and profound fear. Where is she? She is still over there in the park. Her friend placed a gentle, steadying hand on Kelly's shoulder. Now, Kelly, wait. Come on, honey, slow down. Look, come on, what were you going to do? Just walk up to her and say, "Hello, mother. I am the baby you gave up for adoption 20 years ago." Kelly let out a breath she felt she had been holding for a lifetime. Her hands nervously smoothed the fabric of her simple blue dress. It is just that I have been so nervous about meeting her. I guess I just wanted to get it over with before I lost my nerve. I am sure I understand that, her friend replied softly, offering a warm, encouraging smile. But I've not talked to the lady yet. I am not even positive she is the right one. And even if she is, I still think it is best if I go over and speak to her alone first, to make sure she wants to see me. Kelly nodded slowly, her eyes still fixed on the solitary figure sitting on the park bench. The woman looked peaceful, feeding tiny breadcrumbs to a flock of gathering pigeons. Okay, Kelly agreed, her voice barely above a whisper. I will try not to be too long. Yes, please, her friend said, giving her shoulder one last reassuring squeeze. Days later, the search led Kelly into the warm, inviting office of Mr. Barnaby Jones, a seasoned private investigator with a grandfatherly demeanor and eyes that sparkled with sharp intelligence. The office smelled of old books and fresh coffee. Well, I will do my best to pick up where Marvin Gates left off, Barnaby said, his voice deep and soothing as he poured Kelly a fresh cup of coffee. but I sure wish he were here to finish up. After the accident happened, I gave some thought to forgetting the whole thing. But then his widow phoned and gave me your name. Just what was it that Marvin was looking into for you, Miss Anderson? Kelly took a sip of the warm coffee, letting it calm her nerves. He was trying to find someone for me. My mother. Barnaby raised a silver eyebrow, his expression softening with deep empathy. Your mother? I remember reading somewhere that your mother and father were lost in an airplane crash. They were not my real parents, Kelly explained, her voice steady, but laced with lingering sorrow. I am adopted. I am sorry, I did not know. Neither did I, Barnaby murmured kindly. Until their lawyer gave me a letter that they had left with their will, Kelly continued, reaching into her purse to retrieve a carefully folded document. It must have been a shock, but they said in the letter that they did not know who my real father was. But they had this, with my mother's name on it. Her name was Mary Renee Wilson. She handed him a piece of paper. Barnaby adjusted his glasses and studied it carefully. This is a photocopy. Do you have the original? No, Kelly replied, shaking her head. I would like to believe that my real mother kept the original herself. You know, to remember the baby that she had to give up. Barnaby smiled gently. That is logical. I can believe that is the way it happened. According to this, your mother was young. Only 17 when you were born. Kelly looked down at her hands. It is strange. I was not surprised to find out that I had been adopted. I think I suspected it from when I was a little girl. Not that my adopted mother and father did not do everything to make me feel like their own child. They absolutely did. They gave me a wonderful life. She looked up, her eyes bright with determination. Will you let me know how it is going, Mr. Jones? The instant I get any information, I will give you a call, Barnaby promised, leaning forward. But I cannot help wondering. 20 years is a long time. Are you sure you want to stir around in the past after all this time? Kelly smiled, a brave, beautiful smile. No, I am not sure I want to, but I feel as though I have to. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of the city, in a modest, cluttered apartment, a different sort of conversation was taking place. Anita, a woman with sharp features and a restless energy, paced the floor while Grant, a man with smooth charm and calculating eyes, sat heavily on the sofa. It took me all night to get rid of the car and get a ride back into town, Grant complained, running a hand through his hair. Is there any more beer in the house? No. That is the last one, Anita replied dismissively. She tossed a morning newspaper onto his lap. There was an item in the morning paper about that detective. Did you have to run him off the road? He was about to deliver the girl right into your sister's lap. Grant defended himself, looking away. He got that close. I told you that you gave him too much information when you talked with him. That was before we had this idea, Anita argued. A man comes to the door. He is trying to locate my sister Mary. I did not know what it was all about then. Well, it never would have worked with that detective walking around anyway, Grant muttered. Nobody will ever know he came here first. And as far as the girl is concerned, she still does not know what her mother looks like. He looked up at Anita, a sly grin forming on his face. Did you call Mary yet? Come on, Anita. Mary is your part of the deal. Anita sighed, crossing her arms. I told you, we have not spoken to each other for 8 years. I do not care if it has been 80 years, Grant insisted, standing up. I found out that little girl just inherited a fortune. She has got a few $1 million, and she is looking for a mother. We can use this. All right, Anita conceded. I will call her just as soon as I finish the wash. No, I've got a better idea, Grant said smoothly. I will go get cleaned up, and then you and I will go see her, face to face. Back at the city police department, Barnaby Jones stood in the bright, bustling hallway with his trusted associate, Betty, and his longtime friend, Lieutenant John Biddle. Here is the stuff Marvin Gates had on him when he was hit, Lieutenant Biddle said, handing over a clear evidence bag. 1 wallet, 1 pocket notebook, assorted keys, and small change. Did you check on that other matter? Oh, yes, Barnaby nodded. There is an old police record on a Mary Renee Wilson, but the computer came up empty for recent activity. Did I miss something in Marvin's casebook? There seems to be just a bunch of figures. Does it mean anything to you? No, Biddle replied, shaking his head. Just mileage and expenses, that is about all I could figure. Well, maybe Betty can make some sense out of it, Barnaby said, glancing at his bright and capable associate. Could I have copies of the last few pages? Sure, if you want, Biddle agreed. Did you check on the hit and run? Barnaby asked. Yes, just that it was a 1972 or 1973 black four-door sedan. Nobody got a make or a license plate. You can pick up copies of this at the duty desk in about 10 minutes, Biddle added. I will pick it all up then. Okay. Thank you, Lieutenant, Barnaby said gracefully. Far away from the city noise, nestled in the serene, pine-scented mountains, sat a charming brown bungalow. This was where Mary Wilson lived a quiet, solitary life. She was a woman of gentle beauty, though her eyes held the quiet sorrow of someone who had spent too much time alone. Outside her house, Grant parked his car. He looked at Anita, who was trembling slightly in the passenger seat. I know I am going to blow it, Anita fretted. She will tell me to get lost. I will tell her to go to hell. Okay, just relax, Grant soothed, turning on his practice charm. I was a pretty fair salesman once. Let us see if I can sell a used sister. Grant walked up to the rustic wooden door and knocked gently. The door opened to reveal Mary, wearing a simple cardigan and a welcoming but confused expression. Yes, Mary asked. Mary? Mary Wilson? Grant inquired politely. Yes, who are you? Grant is the name. Grant Brockman. I am a friend of Anita. Your sister, Anita. Mary's eyes widened in surprise. I know who you mean. What about Anita? Look, Miss Wilson, Mary. I know you and Anita have had your differences over the years, Grant began, his voice dripping with fabricated sincerity. That is putting it mildly, Mary replied gently but firmly. But what you may not know is how much Anita blames herself for the trouble between you. And she wants more than anything else to make up with you. The fact is, she is right there, in the car. Mary looked past him to the vehicle parked near the pine trees. Anita has come here to make up? She was afraid to come to the door with me. Grant lied smoothly. She lost her nerve at the last minute. Mr. Brockman, how come you are so interested in Anita and me making up? Well, that is easy. I want to marry the girl. But she has got this cloud hanging over her because of her problems with you. Mary, she made it this far. And it took a lot of effort for her to do it, too. Now, how about you? Cannot you find enough forgiveness to meet her halfway? Touched by his words, Mary stepped out onto the porch just as Anita slowly walked up the gravel path. The two sisters stood facing each other, surrounded by the quiet whisper of the mountain wind. You are looking good, Mary, Anita said, forcing a smile. You too, Anita, Mary replied softly. You know, I cannot think of a single thing to say. Look, it is silly standing outside. Would you and Mr. Brockman like to come in for a while? Sure, Anita said, breathing a sigh of relief. I mean, why not? Back at the investigative office, Betty was poring over the copies of the notebook pages. Honestly, some of this stuff has been in Marvin's desk since before I met him, Betty chuckled lightly. You would think he would throw something away once in a while. You know, I do not know what to do about the Anderson case. Marvin had been working on that for almost 10 days. Oh, I have already taken care of that, Barnaby said warmly, sitting back in his leather chair. I called Kelly Anderson and told her to send the entire investigation fee to you. Betty looked up, her eyes wide with gratitude. Oh, no argument. That is the way we do in this business. One man takes over another man's job. We have a gentleman's agreement. Marvin must have done it a dozen times. I do not believe that one bit, Barnaby, Betty said with a fond smile. It is God's honor. All right, I will not pretend I cannot use the money. Thank you, she said softly. Now, Barnaby continued, shifting his focus back to the papers. When I picked up Marvin's personal effects from police headquarters, I took the liberty of having several pages of his casebook copied. Now, it did not make too much sense to me, but you take a look at it. Anything in there that applies to the Anderson case. Betty squinted at the neat handwriting. No. Just expense items.
hours.
Mileage on his car. I am sorry. What about these letters? Barnaby pointed to a corner of the page.
ED.
Could be initials, or it could mean Ed. There was an Ed Flynn. Marvin said he was a forest ranger, said he had been very helpful. Did he ever happen to mention where Ed Flynn worked?
Betty asked.
I cannot recall. Hold it.
Betty.
I stopped by the telephone company today. Closed out the car telephone account. Local call. Local. Except this one.
Cleary.
Is not that up near Angeles National Forest? I guess it would not take long for the Forestry Service to tell us whether they have a ranger named Ed Flynn stationed up there. Up in the mountains, the atmosphere inside Mary's cozy home was strained but polite. Grant was resting in the spare room. Grant is going to take a little nap before supper, I think, Anita told her sister as they sat in the kitchen. He did not get much rest last night. He is very good looking, Mary observed kindly. How long have you been seeing him? Seeing him? We have been living together for almost a year, if that is what you mean. Times certainly change, do not they? Mary smiled softly, gazing out the window at the tall pines. Not up here, they do not. I keep expecting to hear Mama's voice yelling for her medicine from her bedroom. Anita looked down at her coffee cup. Mary, I know you must still hate me for leaving you alone with all that. I just could not take it. It is not so bad anymore, with Mama gone. I have really come to love this old place. You have been living here all alone all these years, Anita noted. You are still hiding, are not you? From Bobby. Mary sighed, a shadow crossing her gentle face. Maybe. Heaven knows why I should, though. He is still locked up in prison. Not anymore, he is not. Anita lied smoothly, playing her cruel trick. Mary gasped. What? Yes, I just talked to someone from the old neighborhood, Ruth Collins, and she told me that Bobby was being paroled. She specifically told me because she was worried about you. I mean, because of the way Bobby threatened you if you ever got out. But that was such a long time ago. He and I were just kids. He could not still hate me that much after all these years, Mary whispered, fear creeping into her heart. Maybe not, but I am worried, Anita pressed on. Especially after what happened just a few days ago.
Why?
What happened? Well, this man came to see me. He was a private detective named Marvin Cates, and he said he was trying to locate you. Coming when it did, right after hearing that Bobby was out, you can bet I did not tell him anything. But it was pretty obvious he was working for Bobby. Mary's hands began to tremble. Oh, Anita, do you really think so? Yesterday there was a man here, too. Did you talk to him? No, I had just gotten out of the shower, so I did not go to the door. But I looked through the curtains, and he hung around outside for quite a long time before he drove away. Well, the man I talked to, Cates, was about 50, with gray hair and a mustache. That is him. I am sure of it, Anita said, weaving the web tighter. And the more I think of it, driving into Los Angeles later, I had a feeling like I was being followed. All morning while I was shopping, going to the park. Anita reached out and patted Mary's hand. Come on.
It is all right.
We are here now. Grant and me. He swore he would kill me. He yelled it right out in the courtroom. Mary recalled, her voice shaking. Yes, I know. This is starting to sound a little grim. What are you going to do? I mean, if he is crazy enough to come after you. I cannot stay here, Mary decided, panic taking over. I've got to get away. Yes, but where will you go? Aunt Carla. She is always after me to come up to San Francisco and stay with her. Anita hid a triumphant smile. San Francisco? That is perfect. She still lives alone, does not she? But the house, it will take me time to close it up. Oh, Grant and I will be glad to stay and look after things. Would you do that for me? What is a sister for? Anita said, sealing the trap. Down by the sparkling mountain lake, Barnaby Jones walked along the wooden dock until he found a tall, friendly-looking man in a green uniform preparing a fishing rod. I am looking for a ranger named Ed Flynn. Barnaby greeted him pleasantly. The ranger turned and smiled broadly. You do not look like a man who would ruin a guy's day off.
No, sir.
Not me. especially if it looks like the guy is going fishing. Some things are sacred. I am Barnaby Jones. I am a private investigator. I am looking for a lady named Mary Wilson. She is supposed to live up here somewhere. Flynn's smile faded slightly into confusion. Mary? What is going on? You are the second private detective this week asking about Mary Wilson. She is not in any trouble. No, nothing like that, Barnaby assured him warmly. I am just working on the other detective's case. You see, he passed away in an accident a few days ago. I am sorry to hear that, Flynn said sincerely. But you do know Mary Wilson? Close to 20 years. Since she and her mother and sister moved into that place up the canyon. She is not married.
No, Flynn replied.
When her kid sister moved away, 8 or 9 years ago, Mary got stuck with taking care of her mother. Nursed her right up until the day she died. Was her mother some kind of an invalid?
Yes.
Exactly what she was. Some kind of miserable, difficult invalid. Ever since her mother died, Mary has been living in that place all by herself. You know, it is not right for a woman to be by her lonesome so much. Not that I have not visited around more than once. And I would not mind changing that situation for her. Barnaby chuckled kindly. Well, thank you for your help. I think I will take a drive up there. It is 10.2 miles on your odometer, Flynn directed, pointing up the winding road. Brown bungalow on the left side of the road. You cannot miss it. Much obliged, Barnaby tipped an imaginary hat. Tell Mary the first will be along in a little while to fix that refrigerator, Flynn called out as Barnaby walked away. Shortly after, Barnaby pulled his sturdy car up to the brown bungalow. He knocked on the door, and Mary answered, wearing a coat and holding a small suitcase. Yes? Good morning, Barnaby said, flashing a polite, comforting smile. My name is Barnaby Jones. I am a private investigator. Mary sighed slightly. Yes, Mr. Jones. I was engaged to try to locate a sort of a missing person. Mary Renee Wilson. Missing? Mary looked puzzled. But she is right here. Would you like to come in, Mr. Jones? I am Mary Wilson. Oh, thank you. Barnaby stepped inside the warm, wood-paneled living room. Very nice to meet you, Miss Wilson. Mr. Jones, I must admit I am dying to know why I am a missing person. Barnaby sat down gently on a floral armchair. Well, before we get into that, I think it is important that I find out if you are the Mary Wilson that I am looking for. Do you mind showing me some identification? I realize it is very strange for me to come charging up to your door and asking you to prove that you are you. No, it is really all right. I do not mind proving who I am, Mary said, walking over to a desk. How about a credit card? Some old letters? Lots of bills? Will they do? Do you have a driver's license? Anything like that? Well, I do not have a car, Mr. Jones, so I do not have a license. I think you had better tell me what this is all about. Barnaby leaned forward, his voice filled with gentle compassion. Miss Wilson, I understand you were never married. That is correct. I hate to pry into your private life, but did you ever have a child? Mary stiffened defensively. I really do not think that is any of your business, Mr. Jones. Now, if you will just leave. My client is a young lady who is looking for her true mother, Barnaby said softly, rushing to explain before she could show him the door. I have reason to believe that that is you. Mary froze, her breath catching in her throat. Mr. Jones, are you trying to tell me that my baby is looking for me? Barnaby smiled warmly. She is still called by the same name that her mother gave her when she was born.
Kelly.
Kelly is 22 now. She just found out that she was adopted. She would like to meet her real mother. Tears welled up in Mary's eyes, washing away years of hidden sorrow. I am afraid you will have to forgive me. I am really a little stunned by all this. Well, if you do not want to see your daughter, I am sure she should respect your feelings. Oh, no. Mary rushed to clarify, pressing a hand to her heart. I mean, I am not saying I do not want to see her. I think I do. I think I would like very much to meet my little girl. Well, there are certain special considerations that you will understand after you meet her, Barnaby explained gently. What I am trying to say is Kelly has a copy of her birth certificate. Now, if you had the original, that would be positive, definite proof. Well, if I still have it. I mean, it has been years. I do not know if I can find it. Well, if you cannot find it, I suppose there are other ways of verifying that you're Kelly's mother. But if you could come up with that certificate, it would make things much simpler. Well, I will start looking for it right away. If you have any luck, give me a call, Barnaby said, standing up. And I will try to arrange a meeting with Kelly. Thank you. As soon as Barnaby's car disappeared down the mountain road, Grant and Anita emerged from the back room. He wants a birth certificate, Grant said, pacing the floor. We need that to make the whole thing gel. He is really being cautious, is not he? Well, for a huge fortune. What do you expect? Anita replied, starting to pull open drawers. All right, if Mary kept it, we will find it. And if we cannot, we will figure out another way. You start looking in here, and I will take the bedrooms. Suddenly, the telephone rang. Grant answered it. Grant, it is Jones again, he hissed to Anita. To the phone, he spoke smoothly. Hello. I forgot to give you a message. Barnaby's voice came through the receiver. Oh, Mary is sorry. Grant lied flawlessly. She is out of town. Out of town? Barnaby sounded suspicious. I just came from there. I said I had just talked to her. Grant covered the mouthpiece. Hey, what is going on here? He quickly made up an excuse. Mary is not having any more company today. She said to tell you that she will call you in a few days. He hung up the telephone quickly. I want to hear that from Mary, Barnaby muttered to himself on the other end of the line, his sharp detective instincts tingling. Back at the bungalow, Grant turned to Anita. We are not letting it get away from us. Down in the city, Kelly was pacing Betty's office, twisting her hands nervously. Kelly, do not let your imagination run away with you, Betty comforted her. I guess I am just scared, Kelly admitted, looking out the window at the bustling street below. Of what? A mother who gave me up because she just plain did not want me, and who could care less about seeing me now. Betty walked over and put an arm around the younger woman. You do not really believe that, do you? The door opened, and Barnaby walked in, looking thoughtful. Well, I am glad you did not start the celebration before I got here. Please, Barnaby, do not joke around with me, Kelly pleaded, turning to him with wide, hopeful eyes. Second thoughts. Something like that, Barnaby admitted gently. Not really, Kelly sighed. It is not really second thoughts. I mean, I started this, and I will see it through. I may wish that I had never been born at all. Barnaby, did you talk to my mother? Barnaby smiled, a bright, genuine smile that reached his eyes. I talked to a lady that I am reasonably certain was your mother, yes. Well, does she have any interest at all in my dropping into her life after over 20 years? I would say she had a lot of interest, Barnaby chuckled softly. Might even say she was enthusiastic. She really wants to see you. It is amazing. Kelly burst into joyful, relieved tears. Back in the dusty canyon house, Grant pulled a small, ancient cedar box from the top shelf of a closet. Where was it? Anita asked eagerly, rushing over. It was up there, Grant said, opening the lid. Inside, resting beneath a stack of old letters, was the crisp, yellowed paper of an original birth certificate. I remembered all of a sudden Mary used to leave things up there sometimes. Well, I wish you had remembered before we tore this place apart, Anita grumbled, snatching the paper. She looked at it, a wicked smile spreading across her face. Okay, you can call Jones in the morning, tell him you found it. We can wrap it up in a day or two, way before your sister ever gets back. She stared at the name printed on the page. Kelly Wilson. Kelly was our grandmother's name, you know. Mama had a fit when she gave it to a baby she was giving away. I wonder what she is like. She is rich, Grant said greedily. That is what she is like. Very, very rich. Anita's expression softened just for a fleeting moment. You know, I used to wonder what it would be like having a baby, being a mother. The next morning, Barnaby drove Kelly up the winding mountain roads. When they arrived at the brown bungalow, Kelly's hands were shaking so badly she could barely unbuckle her seatbelt. He is here, Anita whispered to Grant, peering through the curtains. Betty, what am I going to say to her? Kelly whispered to her friend, who had insisted on coming along for moral support. Do not worry, Betty smiled warmly. It is going to be all right. Barnaby walked up to the door with Kelly trailing nervously behind. Grant opened the door, wearing his most charming, welcoming smile. Yes, this is the original certificate, all right, Barnaby said as Grant handed him the document. Sorry I made you dig this up, but there is a lot at stake, you understand. Yes, I do. Morning. Grant greeted them. Oh, Mr. Jones, I am Grant Brockman. I am Mary's fiancé. Mr. Brockman?
Yes.
I saw 2 women in the car, Grant noted smoothly. Is one of them Kelly? Yes, Kelly insists on coming out, Barnaby replied. Grant, she is here, Anita said, walking out from the kitchen, playing the role of Mary perfectly. Yes, well, are not you going to ask her in? Grant prompted. Kelly stepped into the room, her eyes locking onto Anita, her breath caught in her throat. Hello, Mother. Anita smiled, a forced, tight smile. You know, it is funny. I thought it would be so natural. Well, I think we both need time to catch our breath, Kelly said gently, eager to bridge the gap. Look, if I made a mistake coming here, starting all this. Oh, no. Anita rushed to say, maintaining her charade. I have been thinking all these years about you. Have you? Kelly asked, her face lighting up with pure joy. Would you like some tea? Would you all like me to fix you something? Anita offered, gesturing toward the kitchen. No. Barnaby interjected smoothly. Ever the gentleman. You two should spend some time alone. There must be a lot to talk over. Yes, I guess we should, Anita agreed. We will wait for you out here, Kelly, Barnaby said. Do not trouble yourself, Mr. Jones, Grant said slickly. I will drive her back whenever she is ready to go. I am your mama's fiancé, honey. I hope to be your stepdad real soon. Barnaby's eyes narrowed infinitesimally, but his voice remained incredibly pleasant. We do not mind waiting. No, you have done so much already, Grant insisted, gently ushering Barnaby toward the door. Call us later? Is not that something? Barnaby muttered quietly to himself as he stepped out onto the porch. After all those years. Well, nice to meet you, Mr. Brockman, Barnaby said loudly. Same here, Mr. Jones, Grant waved, closing the door firmly. Walking back to the car, Betty looked at Barnaby in confusion. Well, you do not seem too sentimental about the happy ending. No, I guess I am not, Barnaby replied, his brow furrowed in deep thought. Are you worried about something? Grant Brockman, Barnaby stated. He said he was engaged to Mary Wilson. Where did he come from? According to the ranger, Ed Flynn, Mary is a loner. Does not have any friends, nobody. Where did Brockman pop up from all of a sudden? Determined to find the truth, Barnaby drove straight to the ranger station. He found a young deputy ranger behind the desk. Hello, can I help you? The young man asked. I just came out to see the ranger, Ed Flynn, Barnaby said brightly. Forest Service business? Well, no. I just wanted to ask him a few more questions. Are you a friend of Ed's? As a matter of fact, I just met him yesterday. The young ranger's face fell into an expression of profound sadness. Well, I am sorry to have to tell you, but his truck went off the road last night, up on Skyline Ridge. He did not make it. Barnaby felt a cold chill run down his spine. The puzzle pieces were falling into place, and the picture they formed was incredibly dangerous. He realized that the woman in the cabin was an imposter, and Kelly was sitting right in the middle of a trap. Meanwhile, far away in a small diner near San Francisco, the real Mary Wilson was sitting in a booth, wrapped in a warm coat. She had stopped to make a telephone call to the parole board to check on Bobby's status, unable to shake the fear Anita had instilled in her. What she heard changed everything. Bobby was not roaming the streets looking for revenge. He had been severely injured in a prison fight years ago and was permanently confined to a medical facility. He would never be a threat to anyone ever again. Suddenly, Mary understood.
Anita hat liet.
Anita had deliberately terrified her to get her out of the house.
But why?
Mary's heart raced as she thought of the kind detective, Mr. Jones, and his gentle words about a daughter named Kelly. Her daughter. Her beautiful little girl. Anita was trying to steal her place. Driven by a fierce, undeniable surge of maternal love, Mary ran to her car and began the long drive back down the coast. She would not let anyone steal this miracle from her. Back at the cabin, Kelly was sitting on the sofa, trying to connect with the woman she believed was her mother. Your father was from the neighborhood. Anita lied effortlessly, spinning a tale to gain Kelly's sympathy. A couple of years older than me. I was 16, and I really thought I loved him. His name was Bobby. Bobby Carter. Everyone said he was kind of wild, but I guess I did not listen. And then one day, he picked me up after school in his car, and he drove me to this little liquor store. I waited outside in the car, and then I heard shots. And then Bobby had all this money. Kelly listened, her eyes wide with compassion, completely engrossed in the fabricated tragedy. The police caught us that night, Anita continued dramatically. But because I was so young and he forced me to go, they did not prosecute me. But I testified. I helped send him to prison. It was not until after the trial that I found out I was going to have you. My mother would not let me keep you. She made us move to that house. So, as no one would know. Where is my father now? Kelly asked softly. Last I heard, he was badly hurt in a fight in the prison. And he had permanent brain damage. And he will be in an institution the rest of his life. I am sorry. I know it is an ugly, ugly story. Maybe I should not have told you. No, I wanted to tell you, Kelly said, reaching out to hold Anita's hand. What a nightmare for you. I think I can understand now why you gave me up for adoption. Well, I did not want to. I really did not. And then after Mother died, I guess I just got used to being alone. Well, you are not going to be alone any longer, Kelly promised firmly, her heart overflowing with love. You're going to come and live with me, if you and Mr. Brockman have no other plans. Oh, Kelly, Anita smiled, greed dancing in her eyes. Mama would like to try and make up for the life you have had. We will be friends. I know we will. Down at the police station, Barnaby was pacing Lieutenant Biddle's office with intense, focused energy. Barnaby, you are going to wear a hole in Lieutenant Biddle's carpet, Betty teased gently, though she too looked worried. I mean, what more proof do you need? I mean, there is not any doubt that the lady is Miss Wilson, is there? What about what the ranger said? Barnaby countered, stopping to look at her. All those years she spent up there alone? Perhaps he did not know. I mean, she obviously had gotten lucky and found a fellow. 2 fellows. Unless I read the ranger wrong. After all those years of living alone, all of a sudden, she got herself 2 fellows. Lieutenant Biddle walked in, looking exhausted. Well, if you 2 are here to take me to some nice, quiet place for supper, you can forget it. I already ate. Lieutenant, we need help, Barnaby said seriously. The line forms right behind me. Name Grant Brockman. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Should it? Biddle sighed. I was hoping it would. John, we can see how busy you are. If you could just take an hour and check on Mr. Brockman, we would appreciate it. Biddle threw up his hands in mock defeat. Who is busy? 2 unsolved cases, 7 aggravated assaults, 11 other assorted felonies. You think I am busy? Give me a half hour. I will have it for you. Up in the canyon, the real Mary Wilson finally pulled her car into the dirt driveway. She marched up to the front door and threw it open just as Grant and Anita were pouring celebratory glasses of lemonade in the kitchen. Mary, Anita gasped, dropping her glass. It shattered on the floor. I found out, Anita, Mary said, her voice shaking with righteous anger but possessing a newfound strength. I telephoned the prison authorities. I wanted to complain to the parole board about Bobby, and the warden told me what happened. That I do not ever have to be afraid of Bobby again. But you knew that all along, did not you? Anita stepped back, looking cornered. I was sure you would never find out. Why? Mary demanded, tears of betrayal in her eyes. You wanted me to run off. You planned it that way. Why? Grant stepped forward smoothly, placing a hand on Mary's shoulder. Got any new ideas, Anita? Or do you want to just leave it all to me? Suddenly, headlights swept across the living room window. "It is Jones," Grant hissed, peering outside. "You go talk to him. Get rid of him." "What is going on, Anita?" Mary cried out. "What are you mixed up in?" "You go take care of Jones." "I will stay here with Mary," Grant commanded, shoving Anita toward the door. Anita smoothed her hair and stepped out onto the porch just as Barnaby walked up the steps. "Oh, hello, Miss Wilson." Barnaby greeted her, his voice pleasant but his eyes sharp and observant. "Is Mr. Brockman around?" "He had to go into town. I dropped him at the bus." Anita lied, her voice wavering slightly. "I thought you said you did not drive." Barnaby pointed out gently, closing the trap. "No, I said I did not have a license. I do drive sometimes." Barnaby glanced toward the side of the house. "Is this Mr. Brockman's car?" "Yes." According to the Motor Vehicle Department, it is a 1972 black four-door sedan registered in his name. "Well, what about it?" Anita snapped, losing her patience. "Well, it was a car something like that was involved in a hit-and-run early part of the week. A man named Marvin Cates was killed." "I never heard of Mr. Cates," Anita said quickly. "Sorry, but I've got to go back inside. I have things in the oven." Marvin Cates was working for Kelly at the time he was run down. Barnaby continued smoothly, stepping closer. "It almost seems as if someone was trying to prevent him from finding Kelly's mother." Inside the house, Kelly walked out from the back bedroom, confused by the shouting. She saw Mary struggling against Grant's grip in the corner of the room. "Honey, wait up, please," Mary cried out, seeing Kelly for the first time. Her heart recognized her daughter instantly. "I am your mother, your own flesh and blood." "No, I cannot let you do it," Grant snarled, pulling a heavy brass candlestick from the mantel, preparing to silence Mary once and for all. "Shut up, or I will put you in a hole with her." Before Grant could swing, the front door burst open. Barnaby Jones moved with a speed and agility that belied his years. He tackled Grant to the floor, knocking the heavy brass weapon from his hands. The two men struggled briefly, but Barnaby quickly pinned Grant down, his authoritative presence filling the room. Kelly ran forward, wrapping her arms protectively around Mary. "Brockman, let her go," Barnaby commanded, hauling the defeated man to his feet. Barnaby looked at the trembling woman in Kelly's arms. "Mary Wilson, is not it?" "Yes," Mary sobbed, clutching Kelly tightly. "Mary, would you call the sheriff, please?" Barnaby asked kindly, keeping a firm grip on Grant while Anita cowered in the corner, realizing her cruel game was finally over. Hours later, after the police had come and gone, taking Grant and Anita away to answer for their terrible crimes, peace finally settled over the little brown bungalow. Barnaby and Betty stood on the porch, watching through the window as Mary and Kelly sat together on the sofa, talking and laughing softly, their hands intertwined. The resemblance between them was breathtaking, the same gentle eyes, the same warm smile. "This is where she lives?" Betty whispered, touched by the humble, cozy surroundings. "Do not let it scare you. Right now, Kelly is a very happy young lady. Maybe we should not rush her." Barnaby smiled softly, adjusting his coat. "She needs her mother, her real mother." Betty linked her arm through Barnaby's as they turned to walk down the steps toward their car. "There she is, Mary, go on." "All right, so I am a pushover for a happy ending." Barnaby chuckled, a warm, resonant sound that echoed in the quiet mountain air. "At least this time it was a happy ending. We got to keep doing it until we finally got it right." And as they drove away down the winding mountain road, leaving the reunited mother and daughter to begin their beautiful new life together, the stars began to twinkle in the clear night sky, shining brightly over a world where love and truth had ultimately prevailed. The afternoon sun cast a warm golden glow over the bustling city park. The gentle breeze rustled the bright green leaves of the oak trees as two women hurried along the winding cobblestone path. Kelly Anderson was pacing back and forth, her heart fluttering like a joyful little bird. She was a bright and lovely young woman of 22, wearing a cheerful yellow dress that matched the sunny day. Beside her was her loyal friend Betty, a kind woman with a reassuring smile that could calm even the stormiest of seas. Kelly stopped and pointed toward a distant wooden bench near the blooming rose bushes. She did not leave. Where is she? She is still over there in the park, Kelly whispered, her voice trembling with a mixture of excitement and overwhelming nervousness. Betty gently reached out and held her hand. Now, Kelly, wait. Come on, honey, slow down for a second. Look, what were you going to do? Just walk up to her and say, "Hello, Mother. I am the beautiful baby you gave up for adoption 20 years ago." Kelly let out a soft, nervous giggle, her cheeks turning a bright shade of pink. It is just that I have been so intensely nervous about meeting her. I guess I just wanted to get it over with before my courage completely melted away like ice cream in the sun. I certainly understand that, Betty said with a comforting chuckle. But I have not talked to the lady yet. I am not even positive she is the right one. And even if she is, I still think it is best if I go over and speak to her alone first. We want to make sure she is ready and wants to see you just as much as you want to see her. Kelly took a deep breath, the sweet scent of the roses calming her racing mind. All right. My way, please. I will try my absolute best not to be too long. Yes, please, Betty said, giving her friend a gentle squeeze on the shoulder before walking toward the bench. A few days later, in a cozy and beautifully decorated office filled with the comforting aroma of freshly brewed tea, a cheerful private investigator named Barnaby Jones sat across from Kelly. Barnaby was a wonderfully wise man with silver hair and a grandfatherly twinkle in his eyes. He poured them both a cup of warm tea. Well, I will do my very best to pick up exactly where my dear friend Marvin Gates left off, Barnaby said, taking a slow sip. But I sure wish he were here to finish up. However, Marvin decided to retire early and move to a tropical island to learn how to surf, so I am happily taking over his cases. Just what was it that Marvin was looking into for you, Miss Anderson? Kelly smiled, wrapping her hands around the warm teacup. He was trying to find someone very special for me. My mother. Your mother? Barnaby asked, tilting his head in gentle curiosity. I remember reading somewhere in the cheerful Sunday papers that your mother and father moved away on a grand adventure around the world. They were not my real parents. I am adopted, Kelly explained softly, a tender smile touching her lips. I am so sorry, I did not know, Barnaby said gently. Neither did I, until their kindly lawyer gave me a beautiful letter that they had left with their will. It must have been quite a surprise, but a lovely one. Anyway, they said in the letter that they did not know who my real father was. But they had this precious document with my mother's name on it. Her name is Mary Renee Wilson. This is a photocopy. Barnaby adjusted his glasses and looked at the paper. Do you have the original document? No, Kelly replied, her eyes full of hope. I would like to believe that my real mother kept the original herself, to remember the baby that she had to give up all those years ago. That is wonderfully logical, Barnaby said, nodding in agreement. I can truly believe that is the way it happened. According to this lovely piece of paper, your mother was very young, only 17 when you were born. It is strange, Kelly mused, looking out the sunny window. I was not surprised to find out that I had been adopted. I think I suspected it from when I was a tiny little girl. Not that my adopted mother and father did not do absolutely everything to make me feel like their own precious child. They gave me the most wonderful life. Will you let me know how it is going, Mr. Jones? Kelly asked, standing up and smoothing her dress. The very instant I get any happy information, I will give you a telephone call, Barnaby promised warmly. But I cannot help wondering, 20 years is a long time. Are you absolutely sure you want to stir around in the past after all this time? No, I am not entirely sure I want to, Kelly admitted with a bright, brave smile. But I feel in my heart as though I have to. Meanwhile, on the other side of town in a surprisingly tidy little cottage, a mischievous but completely harmless scheme was brewing. Grant, a slightly clumsy man who always wore delightfully mismatched socks, walked into the kitchen where Anita was baking a batch of chocolate chip cookies. Grant was trying to be a clever schemer, but he was mostly just deeply fond of pastries. I took a long drive this morning, Grant announced, grabbing a warm cookie. Are there any more glasses of fresh milk in the house? No, That was the last glass, Anita sighed, dusting flour off her apron. She was Mary's younger sister, a woman who loved dramatic soap operas a bit too much. There was an item in the morning paper about that detective, Marvin. Did you hear he retired to a tropical island? He was about to deliver the wealthy girl right into my sister's lap. He got that close? Grant gasped, nearly dropping his cookie. I told you that you gave him way too much information when you chatted with him over coffee. That was before we came up with this brilliantly silly idea. Anita defended herself. A nice man comes to the door. He is trying to locate my sister Mary.
I did not know what it was all about then.
Good thing Marvin retired to go surfing anyway. And as far as the lovely young girl is concerned, she still does not know what her mother looks like. Did you call Mary yet? Grant asked, pacing the kitchen floor. Come on, Anita. Mary is your part of the grand deal. Oh, I told you we have not spoken to each other for 8 years. We had a silly argument over a borrowed sweater, and we are both too stubborn to apologize. I do not care if it has been 80 years, Grant said, puffing out his chest comically. I found out that little girl just inherited a lovely fortune. She has got a few $1,000,000, and she is looking for a mother. If we pretend you are Mary, maybe she will take us on a luxurious vacation. All right, all right. Anita laughed, rolling her eyes. I will call her just as soon as I finish washing these baking pans. No, I've got a much better idea, Grant proclaimed. I will go wash my face and put on a nice suit, and then you and I will go see her, face to face. We will be the most convincing family ever. Back at the detective agency, Barnaby was looking through the happy notes left behind by Marvin. Betty peeked over his shoulder. Here is the lovely stuff Marvin had in his desk before he left for the beach, Barnaby said, holding up a pocket notebook. One wallet, assorted shiny keys, and some small change. Did you check on that other matter? Oh yes, Betty chimed in. There is an old, completely harmless record on a Mary Renee Wilson. The friendly computer came up empty on anything bad. Did I miss something in Marvin's casebook? There seems to be just a bunch of joyful little figures. Mean anything to you? No, just mileage and expenses for wonderful road trips, about all I could figure. Well, maybe we can make some sense out of it. Could I have copies of the last few pages? Certainly, if you want, Barnaby smiled. You can pick up copies of this at the duty desk in about 10 minutes. I will pick it all up then. Thank you so much, Betty said cheerfully. Later that afternoon, Grant stood on the porch of a beautifully quaint house surrounded by blooming daisies. He straightened his colorful tie, feeling a bit like a foolish actor in a community play. He knocked on the door, holding a bouquet of bright yellow sunflowers. The door opened to reveal Mary Wilson. She was a radiant, peaceful woman who loved gardening and reading long novels. Yes, Mary? Mary Wilson? Grant asked, putting on his best charming smile. Yes, who are you? Mary asked, wiping a spot of gardening soil from her cheek. Grant is the name. Grant Brockman. I am a dear friend of Anita. Your sister, Anita? I know who you mean. What about Anita? Mary asked, her eyes widening in surprise. Look, Miss Wilson, Mary. I know you and Anita have had your silly differences over the years about that borrowed sweater. That is putting it mildly. But what you may not know is how much Anita blames herself for the foolish trouble between you two. And she wants more than anything else in the whole wide world to make up with you. The happy fact is, she is right there, in the car. Anita has come here to make up? Mary gasped, her hands flying to her heart in pure joy. She was a little shy to come to the door with me. She lost her nerve at the last minute because she felt so terribly guilty. Mr. Brockman, you might ask, how come you are so interested in Anita and me making up? Well, that is easy, Grant beamed. I want to marry the wonderful girl, but she has this tiny cloud of sadness hanging over her because of her problems with you. Mary, she made it this far. And it took a lot of emotional effort for her to do it, too.
Now, how about you?
Cannot you find enough beautiful forgiveness in your heart to meet her halfway? Mary smiled brightly. You are looking wonderful, Mary, Anita called out as she stepped out of the car, waving nervously. You too, Anita. Mary called back, tears of happy relief forming in her eyes. You know, I cannot think of a single darn thing to say. Look, it is silly standing outside in the sun, Grant said enthusiastically. Would you and Mr. Brockman like to come in for some freshly baked pie and sweet tea?
Sure.
I mean, why not? That sounds absolutely delightful. Anita laughed. Meanwhile, Barnaby was carefully reviewing Marvin's cheerful notes. Honestly, some of this lovely stuff has been in Marvin's desk since before I met him. You would think he would throw something away once in a while. You know, I do not know what to do about the Anderson case. Marvin had been working on that for almost 10 days. Oh, I've already taken care of that, Betty said proudly. I called Kelly Anderson and told her to send the entire investigation fee to you. We have a wonderful gentleman's agreement in this sunny business. I will not pretend I cannot use the extra pocket money to buy some new golf clubs. Thank you, Betty. Now, when I looked at the casebook, I saw these letters.
Eddie.
Could be an initial, or it could mean Ed. There was a friendly fellow named Ed Flynn. Marvin said he was a cheerful forest ranger. Said he had been very helpful. Did he ever happen to mention where Ed Flynn worked? Betty clapped her hands. I stopped by the phone company today. It was a local call, up near the beautiful Angeles National Forest. I guess it would not take long for the Forestry Service to tell us whether they have a happy ranger named Ed Flynn stationed up there. Back at Mary's cozy house, the three of them were sitting around the kitchen table, laughing and sharing stories. Grant is going to take a little nap before supper, I think. Anita smiled fondly at him. He ate 3 giant slices of cherry pie. He is very funny, Mary chuckled. How long have you two been seeing each other? Seeing him? We have been wonderfully happy together for almost a whole year, if that is what you mean. Times certainly change in a lovely way, do they not? Not up here. They do not. Mary smiled, looking around her peaceful home. I keep expecting to hear Mama's cheerful voice asking for her evening tea from her bedroom. Mary, I know you must have been lonely living here all alone all these years. Are you still hiding from the past? From Bobby. Mary let out a soft, nostalgic laugh. Maybe. Heaven knows why I should, though. He moved away to join the circus a long time ago. That is exactly right, Anita said, clapping her hands. I just talked to someone from the old friendly neighborhood, Ruth Collins, and she told me that Bobby has become the most famous clown in the entire state. He sends his warmest regards and funny balloons to everyone. Really? That is such a wonderful relief. Mary sighed happily. I was a little worried because a very nice man came to see me a few days ago. He was a private detective named Marvin Gates. He said he was trying to locate me, but I was baking bread and could not chat long. Oh, Mary, everything is turning out so beautifully, Anita said, holding her sister's hand. Aunt Carla is always asking us to come up to sunny San Francisco and visit her. Let us all go for a splendid holiday. San Francisco? That is absolutely perfect, Mary agreed joyfully. But the beautiful house. It will take me a little time to water all the lovely plants and close it up. Oh, Grant and I will be so very glad to stay and look after things. We love watering plants. Would you let us do that for you? What is a loving sister for? Mary laughed. The next morning, Barnaby drove his shiny car up the scenic mountain road and found the forest ranger station. He stepped out and greeted a tall, smiling man wearing a green uniform. Good morning. I am looking for a wonderful ranger named Ed Flynn, Barnaby said warmly. You do not look like a man who would spoil a guy's beautiful day off, Ed Flynn chuckled, tipping his hat.
No, sir.
Not me, especially if it looks like the happy guy is going fishing. Some relaxing things are purely sacred. I am Flynn.
Jones.
Barnaby Jones. I am a private investigator. I am looking for a lovely lady named Mary Wilson. She is supposed to live up here somewhere in this beautiful forest. Mary, what a wonderful lady. You are the second private detective this cheerful week asking about Mary Wilson. She is not in any trouble, is she? No, nothing like that at all. Just bringing some very joyful news. Do you know Mary Wilson well? Close to 20 years. Ed smiled warmly. since she and her sweet mother and sister moved into that beautiful place up the canyon. When her kid sister moved away, 8 or 9 years ago, Mary stayed to take wonderful care of her mother, nursed her with so much love right up until the day she peacefully passed away. Was her mother ill? Just a bit tired in her old age, but Mary made her life an absolute paradise. Ever since her mother passed, Mary has been living in that lovely place, growing the most beautiful tomatoes you have ever seen. I stop by occasionally to help fix her refrigerator and share a nice cup of coffee. Well, thank you so much for your kind help. I think I will take a beautiful scenic drive up there. It is 10 miles on your speedometer. Brown, lovely bungalow on the left side of the scenic road. You simply cannot miss it. Tell Mary the first will be along in a little while to bring her some fresh trout. Barnaby drove up to the charming brown bungalow. He knocked gently on the door. It was opened by Anita, who was wearing one of Mary's aprons. She had decided to play the role of Mary just to see if she could pull off a silly prank on the rich daughter. Yes? Good morning, Anita said, trying to sound extremely serene. Good morning. My name is Barnaby Jones. I am a friendly private investigator. Yes, Mr. Jones. Would you like to come in for some lemonade? I am Mary Wilson. Oh, thank you very much. Very nice to meet you, Miss Wilson. I was engaged to try to locate a sort of a happily missing person, Mary Renee Wilson. Mr. Jones, I must admit I am dying to know why I am a missing person, Anita chuckled, pouring him a glass of sweet lemonade. Well, before we get into the joyful details, I think it is important that I find out if you are the exact Mary Wilson that I am looking for. Do you mind showing me some friendly identification? I realize it is very strange for me to come happily marching up to your door and asking you to prove that you are you. No, it is really all right. I do not mind at all. How about a nice library card? Some old sweet letters? Lots of grocery bills? Will they do? Do you have a driver's license, anything like that? Well, I do not have a car right now, Mr. Jones, so I do not have a license in my pocket. I think you had better tell me what this wonderful mystery is all about. Miss Wilson. My client is a beautiful young lady who is looking for her true mother. She is still called by the very same beautiful name that her mother gave her when she was born.
Kelly.
Kelly is 22 now. She just found out that she was adopted. She would love more than anything to meet her real mother. Anita pretended to gasp, placing a dramatic hand over her heart. Mr. Jones, are you trying to tell me that my beautiful baby is looking for me? I am afraid you will have to forgive me for bringing such overwhelming joy so suddenly. Barnaby smiled. Well, if you could come up with the original birth certificate, that would be absolute positive proof, Barnaby suggested gently. I will start happily looking for it right away in the attic, Anita promised with a bright smile. If I have any wonderful luck, I will give you a call. After Barnaby left, Grant came happily skipping out of the bedroom, holding a dusty old box. We need that birth certificate to make this whole hilarious prank gel perfectly. He is really being wonderfully cautious, is he not? Well, for a wonderful reunion, what do you expect? All right, if the real Mary kept it, we will definitely find it up here, Anita laughed. And if we cannot, we will just confess the silly joke and have a good laugh over pie. The next day, Kelly arrived at the beautiful brown bungalow with Barnaby. The sun was shining brighter than ever. The birds were singing a magnificent chorus. Kelly stepped out of the car, her hands trembling with pure joy. Grant was standing on the porch, wearing a ridiculous but charming bow tie. Morning. Oh, Mr. Jones, I am Grant Brockman. I am Mary's future husband. Mr. Brockman? Nice to meet you. Barnaby smiled. Grant, she is here, Anita called out from the doorway, wiping away a fake but very happy tear. Well, aren't you going to ask her in? Grant laughed warmly. Kelly walked slowly up the wooden steps. She looked at Anita. Hello, Mother. You know, it is beautifully funny. I thought it would be so totally natural. I think we both need time to happily catch our breath, Anita said, offering a warm hug. Come inside. Would you all like me to fix you some delightful sandwiches? No, no, you two should spend some lovely time alone, Barnaby suggested kindly. There must be a lot of wonderful things to talk over. While they were talking inside, Barnaby noticed something slightly comical. A beautiful lady with a sun hat and gardening gloves was peeking out from the vegetable garden in the back.
It was the real Mary.
She had come back early from visiting Aunt Carla because she forgot her favorite watering can. Barnaby quietly walked over to the garden. "Excuse me, dear lady. Are you by any chance the real Mary Wilson?" Mary giggled, covering her mouth. "Yes, I am. My silly sister Anita and her funny boyfriend Grant are playing a ridiculous game pretending to be me. They have always loved theatrical pranks. But I heard everything. Is my beautiful Kelly really inside?" "She certainly is," Barnaby beamed, his heart swelling with happiness. "And she is the most wonderful young woman you could ever hope to meet." Mary's eyes filled with genuine, sparkling tears of joy. "I want to tell her my true, beautiful story. Her father was a boy named Bobby. We were very young. One day, he picked me up after school. He drove me to a little grocery store. I waited outside. Then Bobby ran out with a stolen box of expensive chocolates and a silly disguise. The friendly police caught us that night. Because I was so young. They let me go with a warm warning. Bobby was sent to a funny reform school far away. Last I heard, he became a magnificent clown in a traveling circus and found his true, happy calling. But my mother was very strict back then, and she made us move away, and sadly, I had to give my beautiful baby up for adoption, so she could have a wealthy, wonderful life." Barnaby patted her shoulder gently. "Well, she is right inside, and she wants nothing more than to hug her real mother." Mary took a deep breath, took off her gardening gloves, and walked bravely into the house. Anita and Grant were busy serving tea to Kelly when Mary stepped into the sunny living room. Anita gasped, then burst into cheerful laughter. "Oh, the gig is up, Grant. The real star of the show has arrived." Kelly stood up, looking wonderfully confused but incredibly hopeful. She looked at the radiant woman standing by the door. "Kelly," Mary whispered, her voice overflowing with absolute, unconditional love. "I am your real mother." Kelly's eyes filled with happy tears. "Mother?" They ran to each other and embraced in the most beautiful, heartwarming hug. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated happiness. The 20 years of separation melted away completely in the warmth of that sunny room. Grant smiled widely, clapping his hands in delight. "Well, this is the most beautiful happy ending I have ever seen. Let us cut the giant chocolate cake to celebrate. I'll get the plates." Anita cheered happily. Barnaby stood on the porch, watching the beautiful family finally united. He tipped his hat to the bright blue sky. "All right, so I am a total pushover for a perfectly happy ending. At least this time it was the most beautiful happy ending imaginable. We just have to keep spreading joy until we finally get the whole world smiling, right?" And they all lived wonderfully, happily, and beautifully ever after, sharing pies, stories, and an endless amount of love.